What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be previewing the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the San Jose Sharks for October 25th at 7 p.m. in Toronto. Now, both of these teams have had forgettable beginnings to their season. They both have started off poorly and have similar issues when it comes to goaltending and a little bit of scoring woes. So the Sharks have started off the season 3-5-1 with 7 points, which would get them 8th in the Pacific. Now, I don't believe that they played on Thursday. They are playing tonight. So I'm making this video before they play on Thursday night. So I record these videos the night before, so that way they're up in time for you guys. But so they are playing, so that record's going to change a little bit. So forgive me, the record will change by 2 points if they win, or maybe they don't get any points at all. The Toronto Maple Leafs are 5-4-2. They're not playing on Thursday night. Their first game is today, and I believe they play on Saturday as well. There's a back-to-back. So they started off the season 5-4-2 with 12 points, which is good for third in the Atlantic. So the Leafs have obviously more points, but it could be a little bit closer if the Sharks do win. So the Sharks will have either 2 more points at the time you're watching this, or just none at all, or maybe 1. It says the likely starter for Friday's game is Martin Jones, though that could change. He hasn't had the best start to his season. He hasn't been what San Jose has wanted him to be, the last couple of years. He hasn't really been as good as they've wanted, which is kind of unfortunate, because I believe Jones is a pretty solid goaltender when he's really on his game, and when he first got there, he definitely was. Frederik Andersen, who has had a little bit of a poor start to the season as well. This is something that Leaf fans have kind of been, used to. He's not really had the best starts to his season, since his time in Toronto, but he does pick it up, and I'm sure we're going to see Jones pick it up as well. Goal scoring as well. Like the Leafs have a lot of guys that are in the 3 to 4 range, but the goal scoring for the Sharks has Vander Kane as their leader with 4 goals, whereas Matthews has 8. Logan Couture has 7 assists, where Mitch Marner has 9. And Freddie Anderson has 2 wins in goal versus Martin Jones, who has 2. So the Sharks are definitely looking for some more scoring. This will be Patrick Marlowe's first game back as a member of the Sharks since leaving the Maple Leafs. Of course, he bounced around a little bit in the offseason. He was traded to the Carolina Hurricanes, in which he didn't play there. And then the Leafs, obviously didn't want to bring him back even as a free agent, because they could have technically. Would have been a little bit wonky with the league. I'm sure they would have come back and said, okay, this is kind of weird that you've done this. You've already gotten rid of him. But the Sharks were able to get him back. They've had some injuries, and he's done well. I believe he has like 5 points, maybe 5 or 6 points. I believe it's 5, because he had a couple goals in his first game back with the Sharks. He's done well. His family's comfortable again, from everything we've heard. And, that's the best case scenario. We love Patrick Marlowe, and I wish him the absolute best. And I'm so happy that he's back with the Sharks. But the Leafs really need to rebound here. This is a huge game for them. They haven't been having a good start to the year. And I mean, the same thing goes for the Sharks. So this is a must-win for both of these teams. They know that their big guns really have to come out and score for them. And it starts from the top. You have to have your leadership group. Of course, Tavares is out right now, but they're going to look at guys like Couture to really, pump the team up, get them going and score some goals. They're going to look at the back end with Burns and Carlson and say, we need these guys to get going. And for the Leafs, it's the same thing. They need a little bit more out of Tyson Barrie. The Leafs need a little bit more of guys like Mitch Marner. He got a big contract. He does have more than a point per game right now, but you almost expect a little bit more effort, because the last couple of games he hasn't really looked that good. You could argue it's been more than that. Kapanen seems like he's turning it around a little bit. Nylander seems he had a couple off games there, but he was still, putting up some points. He needs to play better. Matthews wants to score more. It's a whole team effort, and it's funny because this is the story for both sides. They need better goaltending. They need more scoring, and they got to start stringing together some wins, because playoff spots are not guaranteed. And there's a lot of teams around both of these teams that have gotten better, and you got to put it all together and start winning hockey games. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the game. I'm sure it's going to be a good one. Anytime there's a ton of talent on the ice, the Sharks have a ton, the Leafs have a ton, it's always going to be good hockey. Hopefully, if you're going to the game, you will salute Patrick Marlowe for all he did for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He had a little bit of a poor finish with the team, but at the same time, You just want what's best for him and his family, and I really, really hope if you're going to the game that you do cheer as loud as you can for him, because he deserves it. There better be some sort of video tribute, and there's no way there won't be. The guy deserves it. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 7,000 subscribers. Again, I appreciate all the support. Make sure to enjoy the game tonight, because it has been frustrating lately, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.